sister. Irina and I go way back, actually to the day she was born. I remember like it was yesterday. On that January morning, the weather was cold, and I was almost 4 years old. Mom was walking me to daycare when she suddenly had a scare. Mom then disappeared, and I really missed her. A week later, she came home with my baby sister. My days of being the only child came to an end, but I was gaining a lifelong friend. Our childhood years were spent in Russia, playing outside and eating kasha. We shared the same room, clothes and toys, and sometimes talked about boys. We moved to America in '95, so we can live happy here and thrive. Irina wasted no time and had a plan. At a young age of 8, she met her future man. I remember when Irina and Jeff met, both times. The first time was about 20 years ago, when they were still in elementary school. I think it was love at first sight. Although back then, Jeff and Simon looked and dressed exactly the same. So the jury is still out if Irina first laid her eyes on the right brother. I'm sorry, I had to make a twin joke. The second time was many years later at our cousin's Thanksgiving dinner in 2010. Luckily, this time, Jeff came by himself, so there was no confusion. After watching the two of them interact that evening, I had a feeling my sister found her future husband. You might laugh and think I'm crazy, but guess who was right? Thanks to our cousin Phil, Irina met Jeff, and they got to chill. Together they traveled, hiked, and cooked, and had a special trip to Thailand booked. There on the beach, Jeff got on one knee. Irina said yes. Jeff jumped and said, "Wee!" Happy together, they sailed into the sea as the future Mr. and Mrs. C. Irina, despite being born on one of the coldest days of the year, you're the warmest person I know. Being the older sister, I've had the opportunity to watch you grow and develop into a wonderful young woman. You're sweet, kind, caring, and generous, not to mention smart and beautiful. I have to admit, growing up, we weren't always best friends. In a true sisterly fashion, we've always had our share of fights. But one good thing about getting older is the older we get, the closer our relationship becomes. As sisters, we're similar in many ways, but we're also different. You know, same, but different. And even though you're my little sister, I have learned so much from you, and I admire you in so many ways. Jeff, I can't thank you enough for making my sister so happy. It comforts me knowing Irina has a man who's caring, loving, supportive, and funny by her side. I hope you continue to explore the world together and occasionally take your sister and brother-in-law for the ride. No matter what life throws your way, stand by each other and remember this day. But if things get tough and the mood is sour, always remember, there's happy hour. Today is the beginning of your new life, together forever as husband and wife. I wish you a lifetime of love and laughter, and may you live happily ever after.